Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the starship Enterprise. Its 5-year mission: to explore strange new worlds, to seek out new life and new civilizations, to boldly go where no man has gone before.
September 8th, 1966. A bold new show warped onto TV screens, promising to explore strange new worlds. But what if I told you that Star Trek, the series that launched a cultural juggernaut, almost never made it past its first pilot? Welcome to Beyond the Draft, where we will uncover the untold stories behind your favorite creations. Today, we're beaming into Star Trek, the original series. The sci-fi classic that dared to go where no show had gone before. How did the writer's dream of a wagon train to the stars become a legend? What battles did it face to survive? And why does it still inspire us nearly 6 decades later? Buckle up, because we're setting your phasers to stun and diving into the final frontier. Have you ever wondered how a low-budget show about space exploration changed television forever? In the early 1960s, television was a simpler beast. Westerns like Gunsmoke and family sitcoms like The Andy Griffith Show dominated. Science fiction was a niche, with anthology shows like The Twilight Zone or kid-friendly Lost in Space leading the charge. Enter Gene Roddenberry, a former pilot and TV writer with a big idea. Inspired by Wagon Train, a western about pioneers trekking westward, Roddenberry pitched a sci-fi version of a starship exploring the galaxy, tackling moral dilemmas. In 1964, he wrote a 16-page pitch for Star Trek, calling it a new kind of television science fiction, with optimism and diversity at its core. He shopped it to studios, landing a deal with Desilu Productions, backed by Lucille Ball. This was the space race era. Sputnik launched in 1957, and NASA's Apollo program was gearing up. Sci-fi was hot, but TV networks were skeptical. CBS passed, but NBC took a chance, ordering a pilot in 1964. The catch? The budget was tight, and sci-fi was a gamble. Could a show about a diverse crew exploring space resonate in a turbulent decade of civil rights struggles and Cold War fears? That was the question, as Star Trek began to take shape. Let's go beyond the warp core. Roddenberry's first pilot, The Cage, starred Jeffrey Hunter as Captain Christopher Pike, leading the Enterprise crew, including a logical alien named Spock, played by Leonard Nimoy. Shot in 1964 at Desilu's Culver City lot, it was cerebral. Too cerebral. NBC called it too slow and not commercial, rejecting it in early 1965. But they saw potential, ordered a rare second pilot, where no man has gone before. With the new captain, William Shatner, as James T. Kirk. Roddenberry reworked the tone, added action and emotion, while keeping his vision of a hopeful future. Casting was revolutionary. The Enterprise crew reflected diversity, rare for 1960s TV. Nicole Nicholas as Uhura, a black communications officer, George Takei as Sulu, an Asian helmsman, and James Doohan as Scotty, the Scottish engineer. Frost Kelly joined as Dr. McCoy, completing the iconic Kirk, Spock, McCoy trio. The show's look was ambitious, despite a modest $193,000 per episode budget, per NBC records. Matt Jeffries designed the Enterprise, a now iconic saucer and nasal starship. Practical effects models, map paintings, and optical compositing created space battles. Costumes like the colorful tunics were made on a shoestring, and the transporter effect, aluminum powder, and a slow dissolve. Writers like D.C. Fontana and Harlan Ellison crafted stories blending allegory with adventure. Think The City of the Edge of Forever, tackling time travel and sacrifice. Filming was grueling, with 12-hour days on cramped sets. NBC greenlit the series for fall 1966, but tensions loomed. Censors pushed back on bold themes, and low ratings threatened cancellation after season 1. Fan campaigns, led by Joe Trimble, saved it, but only for 3 seasons, totaling 79 episodes from 1966 to 1969. On September 8, 1966, Star Trek premiered on NBC with The Man Trap. The response was mixed. Ratings were modest, peaking at 13 million viewers per Nielsen, but fans were devoted. Critics like Variety called it imaginative but uneven. What set it apart? Its vision. Star Trek tackled issues like racism, war, and freedom through sci-fi allegory. Take Let That Be Your Last Battlefield, our Star Trek anti-racism tale. Its diverse cast broke barriers. Nicholas Uhura inspired black viewers, and her kiss with Shatner in 1968's Plato's Stepchildren was one of TV's first interracial kisses. Technology, Star Trek pushed the TV limits. The Enterprise model, 11 feet long, was filmed with motion controls for dynamic shots. Sound effects, like the transporter shimmer, were handcrafted. The show's optimism, a united humanity exploring peacefully, resonated amid Vietnam and Civil War unrest. Against 1966 rivals like Batman or Mission Impossible, Star Trek stood out for its ideas, earning a Hugo Award in 1968 for The City on the Edge of Forever. It wasn't a ratings giant, but its cult following grew, proving quality outlasts the numbers. Star Trek's legacy is light years vast. Cancelled in 1969, it exploded in syndication during 1970s, airing daily and building a global fandom. Conventions sprang up. Thousands attended the first in 1972. The show birthed the franchise, Star Trek the Motion Picture in 1979, followed by 12 more films in a series like The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Discovery. Star Trek has grossed over $2 billion in box office and TV revenue per Paramount. Its tech inspired real innovation: cell phones, accurate communicators, and NASA named the shuttle Enterprise. Culturally, it's iconic. Martin Luther King urged Nicholas to stay on the show, citing Uhura's impact. She recalled in a 2010 interview. Phrases like "Beam me up, Scotty," never actually said, became pop culture staples. The show's optimism shaped sci-fi, think Babylonian 5 or Firefly. If you'd like to learn more, I'd recommend The Making of Star Trek by Stephen Whitfield or visit StarTrek.com. From a rejected pilot to a cultural touchstone, Star Trek proved stories can change the world. From Gene Roddenberry's bold pitch to a sci-fi revolution, Star Trek the original series faced rejection, budget woes, and cancellation, but became a beacon of hope. Its diverse cast, daring stories, and visions of a better future still resonate in 2025. It showed us exploration, on screen or in life, starts with courage. So, What's your Star Trek story? Rewatch the series on Paramount Plus or share your favorite episodes below. This has been Beyond the Draft. We'll see you for the next adventure. Until then,
live long and prosper.